And then we can start talking. So
Okay.
I I just kind of want to get I honestly I just want to get to know you. Like I remember when because I'm one of the founders of Astronomers for Planet Earth. And when a lot of the, when people come in and post their introductions, I monitor. I'm not always able to respond right away, but I remember, when you came in about Mars, Kenya, I was like, that's so cool. So, can you tell me how you found out about us? What motivated you to join us, and then how that relates to your mission?
Oh, where do I start? How I found you? Or um, okay, okay. Actually, I was watching this what at SpaceX launch something. I think I can't remember what they were launching. Get it? Their Crew Dragon. Yeah, and then it was a watch party, and one of the think, uh, there was a Nigerian by the name of just because we are friends on Facebook. It's called Miracle What I can't remember the other name, but it's Nigerian. So I began to follow him, and he happens to be a member of the organization. Yeah, so that's what I usually do. When like I become your friend, it's not it's not talking whatever you call it, but I just want to know what you do as a person. So I follow everything you do. Facebook, Twitter. If you have a website, I'll go to your website and subscribe to your updates. So I did the same to him. And surprisingly, that's when I landed on the organization. And we've been doing a couple of activities with him because he even started asking me about the Math Society Kenya. And I thought he's doing the same. Like he has a math something in Nigeria.
Mhm.
Apparently, that's not the case. He's an astronomer, so he perfectly fits in the organization. And so, um, just continued sharing, and um, yeah, when there are activities like the one it's called what Isaac, it's near to my name Isaac. I don't know. Those are that's the acronym.
Mhm.
Yeah. So when it came along, no, there was one last year. There was one, and asked him how he participated in that because I could see him updating his Facebook about that competition. So I asked him how I can participate, and he told me that I just have to go to their website and just send a letter to like yeah, send a letter to them, ask for the updates. Then when it comes along next, this year, they'll send me a link to how it can participate in the competition. So that was just one, the Isaac and no yours. And I said, okay, well, I call myself, okay, actually, I'm a space enthusiast. I just like looking at the sky. And actually, it began when I was a kid, just watching cartoons. And okay, I just wonder, okay, some of them could show like, so this, okay, so must be someone like the superhero or something, and he's not from Earth, like from another planet. And that's the fun part, just seeing this superhero coming from whatever planet it's coming from to save us, then return and okay, like just seeing this person fly, not using rockets, not using. I mean, maybe he has a unicorn, but he's just coming as a person. No face suit, no nothing, just as a person. But then when you have to go, maybe we humans are invited to wherever he's from. That's when they start showing the rockets and as we are in spacesuits, and I just kept asking myself, why the difference? Why do you have to wear all those things? Why do you have to like get into a rocket to just come out of Earth? And this person just come and go with unicorn, or maybe just flying like Superman or something. And I say that I would like if I just like go to like just come out of Earth and go visit that other place, whatever that place is, and see these superhumans. And that's when I began researching. And I used to read a lot because my father had used to buy newspapers. So every time he's done reading his newspaper, I'll get hold of that newspaper and just scan through, just looking for anything fun, like something to draw, color, just any kid stuff just in the newspaper. And then one day we had a talk with my father and he asked me, like, I was around 24, still a kid, and he asked me what I'd like to do when I grow up. Or maybe, I don't know why he asked me that question, but he asked me when I would like to get married. And all that kid and I asked him, like, I don't feel like what, like, with, I don't even have a girlfriend
Right.
talk to you to so that you can ask me that question. I'm not sure doing anything that I want to get married. I'm still in your home. I'm still a kid. I'm depending on you for school fees. And why are you asking me that question? And luckily, I'm like the fourth born in a family. So the others who are by that time were in high school and others in the university. And I just looked back at their progress from primary, secondary, they're not in campus, almost done their studies, start working. And just in the back of my mind, I just narrated that story. Now, I put myself in their shoes and said, no, this is me. So and so have done this, that, and the other. So, no, this is me. So, I want, I mean, to my school. So, I go to secondary school, then university, and then after university, I get a job. Now, once I get a job and I start earning, making my own money, I guess that's the time that I'll be ready to get married. But I was just narrating someone else, so that was not me. But I just had to answer him. So that's what I told him. And then we calculated, and surprisingly, that took us to around, I'll be, I have been 30 years old when I'm done with all that. And I just said, okay, 30 years old, okay, that's okay with me. Although I wanted around 20, 25, so yeah, 30 seems old. I didn't know binding myself to his word because I'm 37 and I'm still struggling to have a family. And then I don't know. Anyway, um, back to, no, back to this guy and to your organization and no, myself being active this year. Okay, actually I'm not done. Let me get back to my dad. I'm sorry I'm jumping.
It's okay.
Uh,
It's okay. And I'll say there's a little lag on the audio.
it's
So
the network, but I guess it's okay. It's a bit down.
okay.
So he told me, so now once I've done with him, that's when I went back to the newspapers and started doing my own research because now every time a year passes on, I realize that I'm aging, and I mean, he just put that into my head. So I asked myself, okay, now because I've told him that this is what I want to do, this I want to get married at this age. What do I want to do with myself? And that's when I started reading these newspapers and looking for a job that I could do. But I knew that I wanted to be an astronaut. I don't just because of stargazing and these cartoons. I just knew I had to be an astronaut. So reading the newspapers, unfortunately, by then I read that no, in Kenya, my country, we don't have any astronaut program. And the only way I could do that was studying abroad.
To do
I
it
was
yourself.
but I wanted to know, no, not because no one, we are told anything, but no one had managed to study abroad. We were all within Kenya. We all like go attended school within Kenya. Ask myself, oh, how special am I to go to my father and tell him that I want to study abroad because that's the only chance I have to become an astronaut. And it was impossible. I mean, I couldn't say yes to that, to my suggestion. So I said, okay, nothing is happening in Kenya. I have to go abroad, but I don't have, like, I'm feeling my father, so I cannot take myself because so many reasons. And no, what else can I do? That's when I fell in love with computers. And to date, I'm an IT technician, the profession. But then, no, I can, no, this, I'm in my office right now. So sometimes, it was like this in 2019, that's year but one. I was seated in that computer behind me
Mhm.
and I began doing some soul searching and uh, asked myself so many questions. I mean, why do I have to do computers? Is this really my job? Or, I mean, so many questions about my life. And every time I was just, I was idle, I didn't have anything to do. I just opened YouTube and search for anything. Sometimes even just like don't talk live, and YouTube will give me anything that is happening at that moment. Now, depending on what I've been watching. And so one time there was this video about NASA and yeah, NASA they were landing inside. That's the rover before the one that has just landed, the Perseverance. So they were landing inside on Mars.
Mhm.
And after watching, at first I couldn't believe whatever they are doing. I thought
Yeah.
even just watching the no this the staff at the control whatever their excitement after just think it has just landed. I look at them and just look to myself, no, this thing must have been choreographed. They, they're jumping up and down like kids. I mean, who can do that? If they are really, if these people are getting paid to do what they are doing, and they are real stuff, they're supposed to be serious, not jumping up and down like kids. But when I had to watch it like 3 times to really get the gist of whatever they are doing, and from there, then I started following NASA, whatever, everything about just math, and I read that um, they're actually planning to land people on Mars. And then I said, okay, this is what I've been dreaming about. Finally, another planet. So why can't, if people are going to Mars, why not me? I mean, I've been just looking at the skies and wondering where no my superhero will come from. Maybe it's in Mars. So let me go to Mars and find my superhero. And it has been just the main reason for going to Mars is just adventure. That's what I tell myself. Adventure, nothing else. Uh, I can feel like Elon, whatever you say that he want to be to die on Mars. Yeah. Because even when I go, I don't want to come back on Earth. Let me stay there and let's open up Jupiter and and Venus and the asteroids. See what is there. Because if I don't find my superhero on Mars, maybe I'll go to Venus. Maybe I'll go to Jupiter.
Venus is a
I
lot
have
less
to
pleasant.
find him. I have to find my superhero, wherever he is. And
Oh.
I think he's somewhere hidden on Mars, so I have to go to Mars and find my superhero. So, and if I if I age there, I'll die there. I'll be buried there. I don't come back to Earth. Maybe.
You know, it's funny you say that because I'm a student at San Francisco State University here I live in San Francisco. And one of our graduates is a NASA astronaut. And she is a doctor who's also studying the effects of space on humans. And she wants to go to Mars. She wants to die on Mars. But she knows that going there
Yes.
is more than likely a one-way trip.
Yes.
And that has changed the way she looks at Earth.
Mm-hmm.
To make her more appreciative of everything that's here, because Mars has nothing. Mars is dust. And so sunrise, right? There's no flowers, there's no water, there's no people. So how does that, and I guess, and that's my motivation for wanting to show this perspective, is to say that what you said, it's an adventure. It's so in us as humans to want to do this and explore and see this new frontier. But maybe if we realize how different that place is, and how hard it's going to be to survive the trip, much less survive the landing, much less survive long term, what does that make us think about ourselves and how we treat each other, how we treat this planet that we live on, so yeah, that's why I hope to, like, what I want to get out of the Mars for Astronomers for Planet Earth is use this perspective to appreciate each other, appreciate what we can do as humans, like what you said, watching NASA. I make my kids watch it with me, to show them, like, look, because I feel like it's so easy for us to look at what's happening in the world and be really sad. I mean, I'm sad a lot, right, about what I see, right? There's so much hatred and violence and disease and all, there's so much ugly that it's really easy to forget how much beauty there is. And the space program, to me, is the best of what humans can do. Look at what we can do. That's incredible, right? And I had a moment where I got to go to, I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana, and they build everything in New Orleans. So NASA has a site there where they construct the rockets. And I got to go there. I had a friend that worked there. I got to stand in front of the rocket that they want to send to Mars, the SLS. I got to stand in front of it, and it changed my life. Like, it was an experience. Like, it was like tears came into my eyes because of how to look at this and think this is what humans can do. Oh man, it was amazing. So I completely, like, it resonates with me when you say, like, you saw this and you just in awe of it, because yeah, and it's supposed to do that to you, right? Like,
yeah.
like what kind of person can look at that and just be like,
okay,
deal. You're like, dude, it's a different planet. So to that end, how does your desire to go to Mars make you look at other people here? How does that change your life here?
Well, I get a lot of questions about why do we have to go, instead of using that the finances to do something of importance to us. And my answer is, okay, we have always been explorers. If we did not see best ships, we couldn't have discovered all those places we discovered.
Yeah.
So I guess that the time is now. And the ships that we have are the rockets. Those countries that we explored back then are the Mars and the Venus and the asteroids of this moment. So if we sail the ship back then, why don't we sail the rocket this time? Yeah, let's forward. I mean, so, but in response to your question, we don't have to go like to Mars just to see that change. Uh, the, at the beginning of my whatever this program that I have, and the reason actually of doing this was because okay, when I began after I was done with the organization and this friend of mine in Facebook and NASA and everything else, I used to just open the website and apply for anything. Anything relevant to space, to astronomy, I just apply. So last year, in the beginning of last year, someone or an organization answered my email, and their name is Space for Humanity. It's there in the US, and whatever they want to do is just to send astronauts to the edge of space and just experience what we normally call the overview effect.
Mhm.
Now, I don't have time to, like, I don't have the words to explain whatever it is, but just basically, whatever that feeling that astronauts feel when they look back on Earth from space. And so, Space for Humanity says, because I've been following them and just trying to put myself in their shoes and wait for my moment to have my overview effect, what they say is, if we take, no, though you began with everything happening on Earth and Black Lives Matter, everything, corruption, whatever, the credit, everything, just take these politicians, put them on a rocket, and shoot them.
Same thing. I said the same thing. Put their asses on a rocket
Yes,
and send them to space and let them.
yes,
I agree.
yes.
Yes, yes, do that.
And because the same thing is happening to my country, Kenya. Okay, I don't want to go alone to Mars. I feel very much humble and overjoyed and everything. If that day comes and I look at out of my window from Mars, in my house on Mars, and see a Kenyan rocket. And not just the rocket alone. I want to open my door, go to the other house, and meet my Kenyan brother and sister there on Mars. It's just not me. I don't want to go alone. I want Kenyans to go with me.
Aw,
So
yeah.
yeah, and we'll do we'll do the moon just the way everyone else is doing. Then we go to Mars, but then in between we'll get these politicians and shoot them, and they'll see they'll
Shoot
experience
them
the overview effect. Yes, they will experience that overview effect, then come back to us and speaking from the Kenyan person perspective, and they will start changing things. Yeah. So I guess I've answered your question.
I mean, it's yeah, no, it's funny because I feel like there's so a lot of people have asked us as an organization, like why astronomers are interested in climate change. And to me, it's like the most obvious. I live here. Like
Yes,
I want to breathe.
yes,
Like, it's a thing. Um, and for me, it's just exactly what you said about the perspective, the overview effect. I study stars, I study space. I know that it's real, like Earth is very, very, very special. Um, and if you can have that perspective, like that overview without having to go to because without having to go to
yes,
but if
yeah.
you can harness that, and that's what I
Mhm.
think the power of astronomy is bringing it to people and saying like, look, this this tiny little thing and all of that is
We
all
are
we
all in this together.
yeah, like we have like nothing but each other to rely on, and yet we can't even like we can't get along. We're killing each other for nothing, like for no reasons. Um or made up reasons that are meaningless, right? And because going to Mars, like obviously it's going to be very, very, very expensive, and there's only going to be a handful of people that can go.
Yeah.
But the things that we fight about here, that's not going to go to Mars. Like, how do you could you imagine what people fight about here and like living on Mars and those sort of issues coming with you to Mars? Like that it distills like what's important.
We have to change.
Yeah, we have to change. We have to change. And that's our whole, like, from it's funny because when we do talks or conferences or meet other academics, right? And academia is its own thing that I'm new to, because I'm 40 and I'm just now coming back to school, right? So I haven't been a scientist my whole life at all. I didn't go back to school until I was like 35. And academia is different. It's just weird. And it's this little club and everyone's really snooty and uppity. And I find that people in university or can like to tell other people what to do, what they need to change about themselves. And for me, for Astronomers for Planet Earth, my messaging, because I was in marketing beforehand, so I'm always in communication, so it's always like, messaging, what's our message? And the message is like, we have to change. All of us. If I'm telling you what you need to do, but I'm not doing it, I'm a jerk. Like,
Yeah.
Why should you listen to me? If I'm telling you to do something that I'm not willing to do, why should you listen to me? So it's internalizing it and saying like, we have to change. And then if we are able to do that, think about how much else we can accomplish, right? Like it's to me, your mission is that of hope. It's also frightening, like it's scary, right? Are you scared?
No, I made up my piece. Okay, actually, some weeks ago, I was talking with my family member. Okay, like that, just been wondering what I've been doing. So actually, what brought up this topic is because in June I will be going to Russia to defend
Russia?
this project. Yeah, they
Whoa.
have a conference, the GLEX conference, and God willing, I'll go to Russia. And the reason I'm going is to defend. I submitted a paper on my concept because okay, you see, I began by saying that back then we did not have a space program in Kenya. So considering that computer, just browsing the internet and everything, that's when it occurred to me that we have a spaceport. Yes, in the coast of Kenya, somewhere called Malindi, we have a spaceport. But it's little known. If I ask my neighbor about whether he knows anything about a spaceport in Kenya, they say, nah, they, we don't have, we don't have a space program in Kenya. So
But you
that's
do.
why, no, they don't know. Nobody know, and very people know about it. It's there. Okay, it was built by the Italians and in the 1960s, and they launched around 27 rockets between 1960 and yeah, I think 1990, 2000 there, and then they left. So they gave it. It's like they had it the port back to Kenya for Kenya to operate, but then it has been dormant since then. The only time I heard about something about the space force or the space economy in Kenya was in 2018 when we launched a satellite. But then I was doing my studies, I realized that that's the second one. You have the first one that is Uhuru. It was named, it was launched in 10th October, just to commemorate our independence. So the other one was no in 2018. It's called one KUNS dash PF.
Googling it now.
That that's the second satellite that has been launched in Kenya. And then just last month or this month, we launched the third one, which is called Simba. Simba is Kiswahili for lion, and just its main purpose is to look at the wildlife in Kenya. So that's part of whatever you're asking about the environment and everything. But no, I heard about it about the 2018 satellite that was launched, and that's when it occurred to me that okay, if we have a space program in Kenya, if we have a spaceport in Kenya, if this port has launched this rocket, and they say that it's in the perfect zone because we call the equatorial range. It's perfect for launching rockets. So if we are in the perfect zone, then why not do a space program? Why not continue that program? And as I said, if people are going to the moon, others are going to Mars, I don't want to settle on Earth. Like I don't just want to launch satellites. We have been launching satellites. Okay, it's good because we are just starting Earth, but I don't want to remain with just launching satellites. I want to do something more. So I just sat down and wrote a paper and said, okay, we'll begin with the way we have to like begin with satellites, then go to the moon, then eventually we land on Mars. And there's just a paper that I've written that describes how now I think now this is not the government, but take the case of Elon Musk, the way he has NASA and SpaceX as partners. So we'll take and you're just having the abstract as the first person. It hasn't been open. It's just personal. It hasn't gone public. So you are just getting the taste of it before it goes to Russia. And we take the private sector to partner with the public sector of the government and and just manage that just the way SpaceX and NASA are doing. If we do that, then the space economy will open in Kenya. But then, no, who is this private individual? This private has to be the society, the mass society, because the long-term goal is to land on Mars. So why not pick the one who has that and the engine, which is no society, and we say now we lay out the program the way we want to do it. So anything else now from there, maybe you can talk later when I've gone to Russia and made it public. I don't really want to steal my ideas before they're going to Russia. So, but that's the way I'm seeing it.
Wow.
So, what was the question? I just forgot where I was.
I forgot, but I just what was the question? I looked up I while you were talking, I did bring up the Kenyan Space Agency. It says in 2021, Kenya is launching a series of mini satellites and rockets.
Yes.
Wow. So, I mean, it looks like, this is on the website, Space in Africa,
Yes.
and there's a Kenyan Space Agency.
Yes.
This is incredible. The US and Europe dominate these conversations. And it's because the US and Europe have colonized the entire world. And
Sure.
so they are the ones that control all the messaging.
Mm-hmm.
And and you know, my background is in like I said, communications and video production, and my husband actually is a video editor as well. So we're working together to do videos, and I I want so badly to tell these stories, um, because we don't. It's not talked about, you know. But you said you're going to Russia, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like, so Russia knows that that there's an
Yeah.
interest,
Yes.
and is so are they trying to help Kenya? Are they
No, they have a conference that is going on, and they have actually it's worldwide. It's a global conference.
okay?
So what the okay in the beginning they just asked for papers. I didn't even know that I was going to Russia. They asked for papers, and I said, okay, I'm looking for partners. I'm looking for funds to
Mhm.
do this. So just the normal thing I've been doing. Open the website, do whatever has to be done. So I wrote this abstract,
Got
sent
it.
it to them, and just forgot about the whole thing. That's what I've been doing. I just write and forget. They came
Got it.
back and told me, actually, we have your abstract, we like your idea, and we want you to come to Russia and present your ideas during our conference.
What's the name of that conference?
Flex, GLEX.
GLEX.
Yes.
Russia. That's super cool. So that's really exciting for you, right? Like
Mm,
that's amazing. Oh, the Global Space Exploration Conference,
yeah. Yeah.
Petersburg, Russia, from
Hmm.
June 14th to 18th. Oh,
Yeah.
that's really cool. Well, congratulations. That's exciting
Thank you.
for you.
Thank you.
So what I'm hoping to do with if you know if you're okay with this, I realize, so our connection isn't great, like
Yeah.
internet connection. And if I record a video this way, like our an interview style or whatever, the audio is not going to be fantastic. Do you have like do you have a camera on your phone or any sort of camera that you can use and maybe like record yourself talking? um instead of doing it over the internet, right? So if I send you questions and you can set up a camera and record yourself talking, and then I'll give you a site that you can upload that video on. Is that possible?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect, 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 perfect. I mean, I was really hoping we could do the interview, but I want to make sure that we have a really high, like, you know, the best quality that we can get for you.
It's the internet.
Yeah.
It's a bit low. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's I get it. But you know, for your sake, you know, because if I want to, you know, if we're telling your story, I want I don't want it to be um impeded by, you know, a technical issue or a, you know, or you know, a little lag or a drag. So if you can set up a camera, then and then you know, I can give you talking points, and then also, you know, you can just shoot scenes, you know, like, and you know, like anything, and we can make a video for you. We can make you a video about your mission that you know, that we'll put on a, you know, we'll put on our website, but you can also use to put out there on you. And because I think this is, your story is amazing. um and let's tell it. Let's tell it. Let's get it out there.
Thank you.
You
I'll
what do you think?
appreciate. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome, 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 awesome. So let me I'll talk to my husband and about, because he has like a list of questions and ideas, and because you know, he's video production during COVID has been very difficult. So he's been able to make videos with people via distances and give them direction and you know, just good tips and whatnot. So I'll talk to him and we'll get something, you know, a document made for you to follow. And then we'll just, yeah, we'll check in, we'll get it done. And then at the end of it, you can upload it to like a Vimeo account or Dropbox or something. And then we can edit it. We can take it off and edit it for you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then, you know, I want to stay, I want to stay in touch. I want to see if there's more that we can do. What, you know, if there's more that Astronomers for Planet Earth can be involved in what's happening in Africa, because I know that there's a lot of activity. I know there's a lot of astronomy. I know there's a lot of people doing things that doesn't get the attention that it deserves.
Sure.
So if there's anything that we can do to help, or you know, do more videos with more, like, just all of it. I want to continue to work with you, is what I'm saying. So, you know, I think what you're doing is great. I think it's very inspirational. And yeah, to just, you know, for you to say, like, I know I want to be an astronaut. Kenya doesn't have a space program. Let's do it. Like, I'm gonna start. Like, it's incredible. It's great. So yeah. So is there anything yeah, anything else that that you want to discuss, or should we I hear my kids starting to go crazy, so that's like I should probably wrap it up soon. But I want to make sure, how do you feel about it? How do you feel about it all?
Well, this was your show. Yeah, I wanted it to be the best, but blame the internet. So, but we'll do the videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready to work with you. We just, I'll send my links, all my links, social media links. I'll send it to you. LinkedIn, Facebook, whatever. I'll send them to you. Shoot any questions, any project you want to do, I'm available. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Yay. All right. So yeah, I'll send you an email. If not today, then in the next few, like soon, I'll follow up with you very soon about, you know, just how to go about starting the video, and then we'll just take it from there. And I have your email address. Yeah. Send me all the, I have a love-hate relationship with social media. So I'll be on it for a little while. I'm on it right now, and then I deactivate my account for like 6 months because I can't take it. So yeah, I'll yeah, we'll connect, and then if I disappear, just know why. Like, it's because I can't deal with it for too long. But yeah, awesome.
Okay, one question.
Uh-huh.
Can I use this video in the meantime? Like, can you send me the video in the meantime? Just
Wait.
Yeah, the one.
Wait.
Yeah, the one you're recording.
Wait, I'm sorry, I didn't hear your question well.
This video.
This video.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Do you want this video?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely. Sure. I'm trying to think about I'll send it via Dropbox.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll upload it to Dropbox link, and then I'll email it to you.
You can cut those sections that you don't like and just send it to you.
Oh wait, you said
like you can edit it.
Oh, edit this one and then send it. Yeah, we can work on that. Yeah.
Then I'll wait for your husband to do the rest, and you can have the clean copy, then you can upload.
Got it. Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
All right. Well, it was wonderful speaking with you. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to continuing to work with you.
Thank you too.
All right. Bye. You're welcome. All right, have a wonderful night.
Enjoy your day.
Thank you. Bye.